Here we go, it's Joel Travelina here and welcome back to yet another trip report. In today's trip report I'm continuing my 5-day trip from here in Manchester down to Inverness on a Loganair E145. Glad you could join me in this video. So, as explained in that rather short intro, you join me today at Manchester Airport Terminal 1, where I'll be catching a Loganair flight on an Embraer E145 regional jet up to Inverness in the Scottish Highlands. Loganair's check-in area, like most airlines, is located in Terminal 1's departure zone A. Terminal 1 is quite dated now, and not as nice as the recently opened Terminal 2, which my good friend Paddy Penn Aviation reviewed when he flew with TUI. If you haven't already, give that a view after this one. But for now, let's make our way through security and into the main departure lounge at Terminal 1. Terminal 1 has a great selection of cafes, bars, shops and restaurants. However, some of these were closed as a result of the pandemic. However, duty free was as open and full as ever. After duty free, I managed to get some great views of taxiing and parked aircraft. But after some food and drink, it wasn't long before we had to make our way to gate 36. There were few passengers on this flight, so boarding was done almost instantly. Our aircraft today is Golf Sierra Juliet Oscar, 21.7 years old, and previously flown for KLM, Cameroon Airlines and BMI Regional. It wasn't until I started boarding that I really acknowledged the small size of the E145. The aircraft is in a 2-1 configuration. I was sat in seat 7A, a standard single seat.
The cabin you've met, Alistair. That's just about ready for departure. Soon underway. As soon as you do, like Alistair said, you're ready through a safety demonstration. We would appreciate your full attention for this. Please does contain important safety information that's relevant to this aircraft. And it's only going to take a minute to tweak it to that. Depart southwesterly direction this evening with a right turn after departure, routing up towards Leeds Bradford, left turn, then up towards Carlisle, just kept to the northern edge of the Lake District via the borders and Lanarkshire over the...
We pushed back right on time and started our taxi to runway 23 right. The E145 is surprisingly quiet on takeoff. However, I imagine if you sit right at the back near the engine, the noise is much louder. Our climb out of Manchester was pretty fast, and we made our way up to our cruising altitude. Today's flight was actually in the early evening, so throughout the whole flight we were treated to some amazing sunset views. There was actually a free snack service on today's flight, a caramel wafer and some water. It was small but definitely exceeded my expectation for Loganair. I decided to take a look around the aircraft. As you can see, this flight was quite empty. Now here in the tiny toilet right in the back of the plane, you can see I have to say I do really love this plane. It's such a joy to fly on. We then began our descent into Inverness. As we made our approach into Inverness, the views were amazing, passing over Loch Ness, Inverness and Moray Firth.
Clear opening the overhead lockers in case anything went wrong during the flight. And remember to check around your seat areas and in your seat pockets to make sure that you have all your belongings with you. Smoking to the use of electronic cigarettes is not permitted to outside the terminal building and only within a designated smoking area. And our customer services staff will meet this flight tonight. They'll be happy to help with any further assistance. And thank you for flying with Loganair. Ladies and gentlemen, may I remind you that police cabin should remain on it. When you disembark in the aircraft, it should only be removed once you're outside the terminal building. Thank you.
That concludes my first flight of Loganair and my first flight on the E145. I really love this aircraft and cannot wait to step back on board one again in the future. I would describe this aircraft as, of course, small, loud and quite crammed, but also as pure flying. It's just such a joy. As for Loganair, they definitely exceeded my expectations and I will not hesitate to fly with them again in the future. So then, welcome to Inverness after my flight on that Loganair Embraer E145. The flight was absolutely amazing. It may have been basic, but the true joy of that aircraft is absolutely insane. It's just pure flying and nothing else. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all again very soon. Check out the blog, check out the vlog,